without neutralized.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Joy if you're new here, and today I will be doing a twist out style and I will show you how to achieve this. Stay tuned. First, I am going to section my hair into two using a rat tail comb. Next, I am going to grab my handheld mirror so I can see the partings in the back of my head. There is going to be two sections, one in the front and then one in the back. I use the handheld mirror and also a mirror behind the camera to best part my hair. And it's the easiest ways that I have found to execute partings the best. Now I will use the rat tail comb to go straight across my head and end up on the other side where my left ear is at. Here I am just checking the part to see if it's straight and if there is enough hair in the sections like I want it to be. I felt like there was too much hair in the front section for my desired style, so I continued to part out some more hair and add it to the back section. Now that my part is straight enough, I will pin up the back section so I can comb out the front and then pin up the front, and then I will begin working on the back section. Remember to always comb your hair out from the bottom first and then work your way up to the root. Today I will be using Camille Rose's styling foam on my 2-strand twist and on my flat twist. I will start out by parting one section in the back across, and it'll be 2 twists in this section, and then I will just keep going up my hair and continue to put individual 2-strand twists in them. Today for the twist, I'm only going to be using the comb to part across, but I will separate the sections for the 2 strands with my fingers. And I just kind of feel and make sure that each section has the same amount of hair, or around the same amount of hair. And I use about 1 pump of the styling foam for each twist. This section is going to have 4 twists total, so I will just continue to do the same thing across until I am finished with this particular section. Now I am to the top and last section of the 2-strand twist, and I use water to dampen my hair because sometimes it'll dry out a little bit. Now I'm going to move to the front section where I will be putting in 7 flat twists. I'm a big fan of curved parting, so that's how I'm going to part my hair for my flat twist. Now I will take 1 pump of the styling foam and add it to the section of my hair, and then take some hair gel, and the one I use is Super Grow Hair Gel by Genuine African Formula, and add some to the edges of the section, and then I will begin to flat twist. I'm going to use a rubber band to wrap around my hair at the end of the flat twist, and then I will 2-strand twist after the rubber band is secure. Now I'm going to go to the other side and part out a section that would be equal to the one I just did. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these parts, but I gotta get them as straight as possible since I'm doing them on my own head and it's a little harder. This side is a little dry, so I'm going to add some water and then do the same exact thing that I did on the other side. Now I'm going to part out a middle section, and for me it makes it easier to part out the flat twist that will be in between the middle one and the ones on the ends. Now that I have did my best to make this middle section even, I will tie it up and begin to work on the next flat twist. Here I will part this section into 2 halves, or as close to 2 halves as I can get it, and go from there and flat twist both of them. Now that I am almost finished on this side, I will go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Split that section into halves and put 2 flat twists in it. Once you're done the flat twist and 2-strand twist, you can either let it air dry overnight or sit under the dryer for about maybe 30 minutes. So I'm going to put a little bit of hair jewelry on my flat twist. And sometimes they can be a bit long, or they have the spikes in them and it can get caught in your real hair. So I just cut a little bit of the ends off so they can fit better. And I say real hair because a lot of people use these on extensions, so the spikes might not harm the extensions like they would harm your own hair. Now I'm going to style the twist, and it's going to be very simple. Just roll the twist and pin it with some bobby pins. All these twists are the ones that are hanging from the flat twist. I rolled 3 on one side and then 3 on the other, and then I left the middle one to kind of fill in any gaps or just make the pinup look a little more cohesive. Right here you can just eyeball it and just pin sections together that might look a little gappy or just needs to look closer to another section. And I found these little baby bobby pins at Walmart, and I really love them because they are a lot shorter and they don't stick in your scalp as much as the regular size ones do. And I will just add a few more hair jewelry pieces to the pinup. Time to pin up the back section. I'm just taking my handheld mirror and looking to see how I might want to pin it up, and it's going to be very simple. I'll just divide the sections in half and do the same thing I did in the front, roll it up and pin. I like the idea of having one just hanging, so I'm just going to leave that one hanging in the back and once again roll and pin. As you can see, there is a space, and you can see the part which is pretty uneven because I didn't part them with a comb. So I'm just gonna kind of push the twist together and then pin them so you won't be able to see the part and it won't look spacey in the back.
It is gorgeous.